It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout Shortcast video, and with me, the one and only Randy Van, the voice of the Newton Cardinals. Have a new season, we have a new quarterback, things have changed a little bit. What can Newton Cardinal fans expect from the somewhat new team this year with Coach Andy Sweeten-Joe?
Well, they're going to have a lot of the same ththings they had last year. Very talented athletes at key positions. They just don't have some of them don't have the experience, being the quarterback, Josh Lampe, that of course Caden Klein did, having run the offense for a couple of years, but still great athletes, a lot of speed, and so they can still have that 40-yard out, 50-yard touchdown run. You know, they can score from anywhere. Defensively, they still have Nick Milburn in there. Josh Lampe did a great job in the backfield last year. He'll be back there as well, and a lot of other players. So it's going to be a good season again, I think.
Tell me about Josh Lampe. He's got some big shoes to fill in terms of Caden Klein from last year.
Yeah, he has studied under the same quarterback coach that Caden Klein used, so that's good. If you went to the scrimmage against One Christian, he threw some really nice long balls. So looks like he can throw the ball very well as well. Got a good head on his shoulders, scoring coach Andy Sweeten-Joe, very smart. And like I said, he's a pretty good athlete as well. He's one of the fastest players on the team. So give him a shot and see what happens. But I think he can more than handle himself at the quarterback spot.
So tell me the strong suits of the Newton Cardinal team for this year, and maybe some of the weaker things about the Newton Cardinal team for this year that you see coming up.
Well, strong suits again will be the people that can run with football. Isaiah Hansen, Quan Coley, very shifty runners, very fast runners. Of course, Isaiah going to play for Iowa State. And like I said, they can score from anywhere and outrun those defensive backs once they get around the corner and what have you. You're going to have Nick Milburn in the backfield to offset the speed. You got the power of Nick Milburn. Big linebacker, going to be carrying the football at times. And if he can get the defensive secondary, those small defensive backs are going to have a handful trying to bring him down. So that's good. I guess the biggest question probably is the offensive and defensive line. They only have a couple players, being Nick Milburn one of them at linebacker, and then on the offensive side, he'll play like a tight end fullback kind of slash position, and then Malachi Mosley on a down lineman. He'll be on both offensive and defensive line. Those are the only two-way players as of now, and hopefully we won't have any injuries that would change that on the offensive and defensive lines. And that's probably where some of the least experience is the offensive and defensive lines. But those are very key parts of a football team. You know, you can't do a whole lot if the defense is coming in and getting your backfield before your backs get the football. So that is probably the key spot to look out for and see how those linemen progress. Carlisle, a big physical team right out of the boat, coming out to start the season, and it's on the road as well. It's a Carlisle team that has Newton, in their crosshairs. Newton's beat them, I think, like 3 years in a row, playoff loss among those, and then of course we started off the season beating them in a high-scoring game. We came back from behind, I think, when we were down 2 touchdowns last year in the first game of the season. So, they want to beat Newton. This is the last go-round for those Carlisle seniors who played a lot as juniors last year, and so this is their last chance to beat Newton. They got them on their home field, so it's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be a tough one. We touched on this a little bit. Everybody seems to love Coach Swede, and not just because he's a winning coach. He's brought winning football to the Newton Cardinals. It started out kind of slow, but boy, he's really turned some things around. What is it, besides the winning factor, that people like so much about Coach Swede?
You just talk to him, and he just exudes a general love of the community, and you can tell that he really cares about his players, and he's just a genuine person, and he's not afraid to work hard. He's not afraid to tell it like it is, and he's not afraid to jump right in there and do what he needs to do to try and make the program better. And I think he's very relatable to kids. He relates to them. He's kind of a younger man. Some of these coaches you'll see roaming the sidelines in high school football been there for quite a while, and sometimes it's a little hard for the younger kids to kind of gravitate to and kind of relate to, because they're a little older. But he's a young guy, loves the community, loves football, and loves the kids that play football, and so I think that's kind of why.
I asked you this question during the podcast too, but what is something that might surprise you about this Newton Cardinal football team that people might not expect?
I think just probably, how explosive they still are without Caden Klein and Finn Martin and some of those other players that, were able to just kind of electrify us last season with some of their long plays and what have you, especially the Caden Klein and Finn Martin connection. I don't know how many touchdown passes they teamed up for, but Drew Bauer, a great senior, multi-sport athlete, is going to get a chance to shine, so I think you'll be surprised about how well he does at a wide receiver spot. Shanto played in the defensive secondary. He's going to get a chance to do a little offense, along with Nick Milburn coming over from the defensive side to do a little offense. So I think that might be what surprises people, that they still got the offensive punch that they had last year.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
your prediction on the score. The game Friday night, Newton Cardinals against Carlisle.
I'll say Newton. I'll give Jackson Price a field goal, so I'll say 31 to 21.
31 to 21.
Yeah,
31-21.
We'll see how close I am.
You heard it here first. 31-20.
Yeah.
Go Cards, go! Red Pride.
Definitely.
All right. Randy Van, always a pleasure.
All right, yeah.
The longtime voice of the Newton Cardinals. Let's hope for a Cardinal victory on Friday night. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout. Till next time, Grout is out. See ya.